Jamaican youths, we are the best. A brighter future that I feel we interest. Time and skills we invest.
Get your vision, join the mission.
Oh, yeah.
The journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. I intend to take that step. I intend to put my foot forward for the benefit of my colleagues and peers. I am vying for the position of a regional vice president. Our beloved math teachers told us that we need trigonometry one day. So my speech will be covering the things that are opposite and adjacent to the issues of our school, and that will lead me onto a tangent. I strongly believe that student representatives should be present at meetings where decisions concerning our education system are made. Decisions should not be thrown at us without our take on those decisions. As your vice president, I will ensure that student representatives are present at meetings in the decisions made for our learning, and also ensure that our concerns are voiced and measures are taken for them to be solved. When students are involved in the education system, it can be a much better one. Being aware of the fact that students do not always easily or quickly adapt to the formula examination system, because we're moving away from the writing system to the typing system, and for the upcoming academic year our examinations will be done on computers. I plan to create websites where past CXC papers are available for any subject with the help of tutors or past teachers. Online examinations will be available for students, which will help to give them an experience with the new system and help them to be fully prepared for their CXC exam. I have even taken the initiative to ask math teachers to assist in creating the sites and videos where students can receive assistance with CXC math questions and how to prepare themselves for such examinations. If and when I am given this position, SBA videos and tutorials will also be accessible by students with step-by-step process in doing their SBAs, as this is a very important part of CSEC and is the basis on which our CXC grades are formed. This will better enable them not only to finish on time, but also to have accurate information and a structured format which will overall land them a good grade. I believe that members of the administration should consider finding alternative ways for specific misdemeanors than suspensions. Incidents where students have broken minor rules, the punishment that they receive should not be severe, as this may only cause embarrassment, proving inefficient, and may affect them later on in their lives. Many students receive unnecessary punishment as a result of teachers making certain decisions without listening to what the students have to say and not giving them a chance to explain themselves. I am not saying that my fellow peers should not be given punishment, but punishment is due where punishment is necessary. As your vice president, I will ensure that I am available to help students in the event that wrongful punishment occur, and ensure that I represent your rights. Conflict is very much present in our schools, simply because administration only puts out the fire and sometimes never try to find what caused it. Many times students are in conflict, albeit fighting, only a suspension is granted for that student. As your vice president, I will put on various meetings with guidance counselors, so in the event that this happen, they not only just scratch the surface but dig beyond it. If a child fights at school and a suspension is given, there may be circumstances to the child's actions, and we might just be sending him home to that challenge to get worse. With a meeting, we can discuss ways of We can discuss ways to help students who are involved in conflict instead of just dismissing them. I have a great experience in representing the Bishop Gibson High School in competitions, as well as motivating members of my school population to be the best they can. As a student council rep for 3 years, I am often described as a social and understanding person, and that is what my peer needs, someone that is understanding and can relate to them. There is no one person that is able to socialize and represent the student council in the same way I, Chantae Wright, can. Many of the students within any institutions are never able to express themselves because they use expletives to say what they are thinking. If I am given the position of vice president, I will keep activity-based sessions to help them voice their opinions in a more respectful and responsible way. The youths are our future, and if they are not able to speak for themselves, ladies and gentlemen, our future is mute. Let me represent you. Let me show you what I can do. You have the power. Choose right. Give your future a voice. Because my peers are very, very important to me, as well as education, I will ensure that I put aside a time span for them. So from 1 hour to the next, I will be thinking about ways to improve the student council body and ensure that my peers are satisfied, while using the other hours to ensure that I get my work done and my education is on point. I plan to ensure that students' opinions are voiced at those meetings. And if students' opinions are voiced at those meetings, and the meetings are held with more activity-based things and persons giving their opinions, I think the meetings will be more interesting. I will put on a concert where schools from the region are invited, and they will pay a small entrance fee, where they will be seeing their peers in action showing their talent.